Welcome, people. Welcome again to another Sports Frenzy podcast, another episode on our show. And tonight is set to be a special one. But first up, I just say our guest will be a bit late by around half hour thereabouts. Not giving a definite time, just by half hour. So the guest will be here in the next half an hour. So for the meantime, we'll just go and talk about some Diamond League that actually took place today. So we'll just go on the show until our guest turns up. So yeah, you know that we have a big guest coming up. So in the next half an hour, our guest will be here. But for the time being, the voice, and a man who decided to change his name tonight. Don't know why. He's here also. Welcome, man. Welcome, boss. Both of you.
Here. Oh, go on.
What's going on, man?
Boy, today was an interesting day in Diamond League, man. A lot of interesting things happened. A lot of meter cards. It was meter cards after meter cards after meter cards, and it was crazy fun, man. But where do I start?
I mean, first, that's expected. You know, come closer to the World Championship, people start running off into peak shape. So you should expect season's best, world leads, meet records, these things. So it's not too shocking.
All right, let's get a shout out. Owen Dewer, big up yourself. Youngster, big up yourself. Christoph, big up yourself. As always, my opinion, big up yourself. Natasha, good night. Shemj, big up yourself. Alex D, big up. Anthony Henry, big up yourself, fam. All right, so the other day we spoke about Femke Ball a bit. And today, once again, that girl produced 52.27. And had she not stumbled a bit over that final hurdle, it could have been a 52.0 clocking. And she just keep on getting from strength to strength. And I know that she won't really trouble. Well, she won't trouble Sydney McCracken at all, because Sydney McCracken is like 1,000 miles ahead of the field. But when I look at this athlete, Kims, what I make of her, because you know that I'm a big fan of Femke from a longer while back in there. So what do you think about her?
Well, I think it's an athlete that's always improving. You see that, she continue getting faster. Her hurdling technique continues to get better. And you see the improvement in the times. As you rightly say, I don't think anybody right now can get close to Sydney. But I think the silver medal is up for grabs now, because obviously Mohammed is injured, but I don't know how she's going to come back, but I don't think she can come back in 52 shape, a 52 low kind of shape. I think that's going to be a tough ask of her. But I think, as the world champion, as a defending world champion, I think we must give her due diligence. But I think Fenke right now, I wasn't sold on her at first. I wasn't sold at all. But, now seeing that, it's not a fluke and her performances have been improving, and she has been improving race after race. So it's really exciting to watch. But, this is a silver medal, bronze medal kind of fight, because, unless something catastrophic happen, that gold medal is already in the bag. Sydney name already marked on it. Nobody else getting that one.
So I was going to ask that very question. Does Sydney have room for error against Ball? Do you think she can make any mistakes and still pull through against this lady? Because she seems to be getting it right on time. And Sydney does have a history of not getting it done. Well, I mean, it's just one time, but you know what I mean?
Well, hold on.
Does she have room for error against Ball? That's what's going through my mind right now.
Of course, she have room for error. What do you mean? She run 51-41, new world record with absolutely zero competition.
Mm-hmm.
And right now, based on what I hear out of the Sydney camp, she's trying to, and I think Bobby Kirsten them come out and say she's trying to set this world record so far apart that it is quote unquote unbreakable. and then she got to the 400-meter flat to try and tackle on that record. So I'm looking at something. I'm looking at something sub 51 soon. Because so I believe that she has a lot of room for error. A lot of room for error. Can I hit one or two hurdles and still win that, right? Every
Next,
time. No, you can say negative all you want.
let's respect the field. Come on, brother. Let's respect the
No,
rest of the field.
well,
I'm going to be honest, fam. I'm a ball fan, but Sydney can hit one or two hurdles and she'll still win
tell
this event.
tell Sydney to respect the field, because clearly she doesn't. Because every
See, that's
time
why
she,
that's why we need the guest on. That's why we need the man on immediately, so we can squash all of them foolishness. You understand?
so
Oh my
when he,
gosh.
no when he when he come on, I'm definitely going to ask him.
Yeah, man,
You
so I
did.
can remind the people,
Mhm.
don't think we're doing any false advertising. We don't do that thing around here. It's just that our guest is actually a bit late, so yeah, we're just talking about the events that took place today. So our guest will actually be here in the next half an hour thereabouts. Continue, guys.
Right.
So this guy is saying, Kems, you said if Kemba beats Brenner, you will change your name. Have you done that yet? And can the audience choose a name?
I think it
Yeah,
is appropriate for the audience to choose a name for you.
I don't think I said that. I don't think I was the one who said that.
What
I
do you mean?
think it,
I hear you say it.
I think it was more Adrian who said something about changing. But sure, fine. You can choose the name that I change it to, and I'll put it up there in to replace the voice. I'll put it up there, and that will be my name until World Championships is over. Come on now, don't no crazy names now, guys. Don't call me no. We know the names that are
None of vice.
unacceptable.
Beautiful. The first one out the bag. None of vice.
Was it Clappy? I wonder if
So
name a
fire, big up
reference.
yourself, man. Jason, big up yourself. Same way, take good night, man.
Yeah,
Um,
listen.
and guess what? I know that she was going to come with this. So Kim's, she said you should change the name to Kim Steiner.
Yeah, of course, absolutely. Because that's the 200-meter bronze medalist. That bronze medal put on right now, it's subject to change in 3 weeks' time. But
But mhm.
yeah, man, as it come on to when I'm looking at the hurdles Friday, listen, and again, it is a hurdles event, but it is not the 100-meter hurdles. It's a 400-meter hurdle. So you have a lot of time where you can make up if you hit hurdle one, hurdle two. And listen, by the time it come around to the 100-meter straight, there is nobody in sight of Sydney. It's Sydney and God alone fighting over them hurdles. So she can hit all of them hurdles down the stretch and she still can win. Like it's absolutely zero competition, Stridex. Zero, zero, zero competition. I know you probably want to see some competition because he's a man who love competition. But there'll be competition for second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, and all of that. But first place is
And
totally out of
right
it.
now it seems like first and second out the equation because we don't know what sort of form Dalila is in. So based on indication, it seems like the fight will just be on for third spot.
Yep.
But here's
Someone said
Fayard saying that Sydney will
50.9.
run 50.9. It's my understanding that she's not fully unloaded yet.
All right. So
Albert, big up
so
yourself from Terrace, big ups. Go ahead.
let us talk about this loaded versus unloaded thing, right? Because I've heard that quote unquote Sherika Jackson is loaded right now. So if you are loaded at 21.55, right, and Elaine was unloaded at 21.53, then are you telling me that Sherika Jackson can get down to a 21.4, 21.38 and thereabouts Stridex? What do you think?
No, first of all, we need to stop all the hearsay. That's what we need to stop at. Who you say we don't hear it from the camp directly, let's leave it alone. I mean unloaded and run 21.5. If that I mean loaded and run 21.5. If she's loaded and run 21.55, when she's unloaded, world record gone. That's probably that's what we're looking at. We're not looking at just 21.4. We're looking at world record. That 21.34 is history. If that's what we're saying. And what will happen to the 100-meter?
Hmm.
Because that's even closer for
Mm.
these three young ladies.
All right, Alex Brown asking about Mr. War Machine. So Mr. War Machine is actually in training right now and says that he's okay. No need to worry. He'll be back.
Yeah, I never expect him to say nothing else. I don't think I don't think he can get this World Championships. I think this
Wanna bet
one
on
is
that?
that he'll
Wanna
win.
bet on that?
I'll
Yeah,
bet.
that
I'll
can
bet
say.
that. I'll bet that he won't win.
Okay.
But
I'll
gentlemen,
put the look best to win.
Mm-hmm.
Rochelle Clayton was in that race today and she had a season's best, 53.90. So are we looking at 3 in the finals now?
No,
We're not putting 3 in the finals.
no, I'm not putting three in the finals. She can again. Athletes of that caliber need to get the luck of the draw, right? So need to
Look
get
at
a
the
good,
draw.
yeah, need to get a good semi-final or a quote unquote, slow semi-final where you can advance to the final. And this is just the facts of the matter. I'm not throwing shade on anybody, but we have to talk the truth. And I tell you, when we come on this platform, it is my duty to take away the bias from these two gentlemen and three gentlemen and four gentlemen, and I have to talk objectively about what is going to happen. No Jamaican bias, none of that. Right? So I think Rochelle Clayton, great job. Anytime you get a season best, that means that the training is working. That means that you're improving, right? So the
You're at
next
the
thing
right
that,
time too.
huh? Yeah,
You're
at the
at the
right
right
time.
time. Mhm.
Yeah, at the right time. You know, so I think that semifinals, and again, if she can get another season best or a personal best, then she can get another season best or a personal best, then we can definitely give her, a round of applause, and you did the country proud.
Okay.
But if you're really looking at it and based on how the field actually look, is it a far reach that we actually think that all three can make it?
Made the 400 hurdles.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Yeah, of course. I think. Listen, I think it's a reach, right? And I know, and Tay, if you can do the same thing we did yesterday when you put up your eight um persons, I definitely appreciate that. But I have all four Americans making that finals, right? All four Americans, right? And then you have thinkable, right? And then you have I give two Jamaicans, in that final. So that is how much? 4, 5, 6, 7, right? Yeah.
So I'm
That's
curious, who are the 4 Americans that making that finals?
so Sydney,
Mm-hmm.
Mohammed, Shamir Little, and
Samir
there's this,
Little,
yeah, cause she
Brittany
she made
Wilson.
it. Yes, and her as well. Yeah, I think all four making it to the finals. I don't see persons who can, apart from thinkable, and obviously the two Jamaicans. If you want them to say it's going to be four Americans, um, three Jamaicans and thinkable. I just think based on the numbers, I just don't think it match up. Numbers and the talent and so, I don't think it match up. So I think one Jamaican will definitely miss out. If Clayton can make it up there to be the second best Jamaican, then absolutely great for her. But I think she's the one that will unfortunately miss out at this time. But again, I'm looking at, your personal performance. So if you don't make the finals, but you finish with a personal best, that's
Mhm.
lovely. If you finish with a season best, that's lovely. And we can take it from there and build on the next World Championship. I think you were telling me that Commonwealth Games is coming up as well.
No, nobody beats in Bokanamaya.
But yeah, so she have world championships again next year, and then she have Olympics after that. So there's a lot of competition out there. Where
Mm-hmm.
if we don't make it this time, don't get this on. Don't be sad. Don't be down. Just continue working hard. But I think four Americans, two Jamaicans, thank you, ball, and then another wild card, squeeze in there.
So I'm glad you put your neck out on the block with that one there because
Yep.
Tay just raised a good point. And actually, Tay, there are 4 Jamaicans in the top 10. Fenke Ball and the rest of them are American athletes. So I am curious to know who is the athlete that's going to come take out the Jamaican out of that
Oh,
finals.
see, what you look like say you and Tia text my boss.
No,
And
how can I
that's
text?
because she just said the same thing. She says
Yeah,
a
we
matter
stay
of fact,
Bantam
four
fight. Yeah.
Jamaicans.
Mm-hmm.
So let me ask you, Adrian.
Mm.
So based on the performance that you have seen, because I guess you have watched a lot of hurdles. So based on the competition you have seen, you believe that Rochelle Clayton can make this finals.
I believe after today's performance, it is more encouraging. And yes, I will say at this juncture, she will be in that finals.
So
4
after
Americans, 3 Jamaicans, unthinkable.
so after the trials, did you feel that way?
Not necessarily, because I didn't like how she was coming into trials. But and then, after trials, she finished in the position that got her on the team. But there's always that, or really are going. But no, after today's performance, I'm more confident. I am 80% sure she's going to be in that finals.
Okay.
So I'll put it at 80% confidence right now.
All right. So right now I have her just missing out. But remember, guys, my opinions are always subject to change with more information. Right. So right now I don't have her in the top 8, making that finals. But within 3 weeks, based on what I'm seeing, based on what I'm hearing, then we can definitely take it from there.
But you have not said who the athlete is that is going to take the 3rd spot. Because I bet you can't name one. Because the list is populated with Americans and Jamaicans at present. And if you're not ready now, don't feel you're ready again in a Eugene, which is 2 weeks away. Season done gone bad. And number 11 on the list, I believe it's Knight from Britain. Right? And her time is not anything to scream about or write home about.
Yeah,
so
but
I'd like to see what is going on.
But Stridex, my thing is, and again, I tell you, and we spoke about it yesterday before you came on. My thing that I'm looking at in Stridex, I'm looking at moving from the heats to the semifinals, and I'm looking at, I just think that there's going to be one, and this is just again my personal opinion. I think there's going to be one unlucky Jamaican, just one unlucky one that gets one of those semifinals that is just really tough, right? You get a semifinal. Go ahead.
I think the problem is you watch too much football. You watch too much World Cup. Because there's always that one team, yes. But we're talking about.
But you know, Adrian, you know what I'm looking at?
Yeah.
Kim just putting it out there like the Americans them can get that one bad draw. Why is it that he's pushing across it and it's only Jamaicans alone can get it?
All right.
And him still the name of athlete yet.
Hold on.
Who's going to spoil the party?
Hold on. You just call the name. Who's going to spoil the party? You just call the name. Listen, my reason too. Is Sydney? Sure, Kim Sydney that you see coolly. Hey, Sydney, is she a sure pick for the finals?
100%.
Yes, 100%. All right. Is Mohammed a sure pick for the finals?
Not in my books. Tentative.
So you are saying that, based on what you are saying, no. So Russia will have a better opportunity to make the finals than a Mohammed.
I think real sharpness is plays a big part in competition, especially when we're talking about rounds management. And we haven't seen enough of Mohammed. Me personally, to say she's definitely in the finals.
Listen, remember Stridex. If you remember last year, only when Mohammed come on the scene late because she had COVID, she had a lot of personal issues dealing with, and she was out of it. And then she started her season extremely late. Obviously, we know so she couldn't beat Sydney, but she still gave a good account for herself.
Last year and this year is two different.
Yeah, she's 1 year older this year.
Yeah, everything switch up. The world go around the sun one more time and come back. Every day you have to come out and prove yourself, brother. Don't tell me what you did yesterday. What have you done for me today? That is always to be the question.
But you are the agent. We work with it, So Sydney and Mohammed. So two that already.
Right.
All right. So Shamir Little.
Okay.
Can she make that finals?
Yes. Strong possibility. Yes.
All right. And the other girl, I think her name, Brittany Wilson, something like that.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Can she make the finals?
Very strong possibility. Yes. 53.
All right. So that's 4. So that's 4 already, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I'm just showing. No, we're talking about the Americans because you guys are saying, but may I beat the Jamaicans, but I'm not beating the Americans. So I'm just tell you the 4 Americans, and you guys tell me without the shadow of a doubt that these 4 Americans can make the finals, except for Adrian say, hey, Mohammed, because real sharpness and all of that. So I'm looking at that and I'm saying those 4 Americans, and I'm thinking probably is going to be either a 1-3-4-5 or a 1-2-4-5, something like that. Because obviously, Fenkebo going to spoil the party of the 1-2-3 for the Americans. And I'm not drinking the American Kool-Aid, but at this point, there are certain events that the Americans are in that they're just totally dominant. And I believe this is one of them.
I have yet to hear the name of
May
who's going to spoil the party.
I already tell you who spoiled the party?
You couldn't be serious. You can't be serious.
Games we gone 4 already. See,
The 4 lanes left.
ball would have make 5, so 3 remain.
Boss, we already
The 3 is reserved for the 3 Jamaicans. Let's just put it out there. It's reserved for the 3 Jamaicans.
It's reserved for 2 Jamaicans and Russell Clayton on the outside looking in, boss. Russell Clayton on the outside looking in. And Russell Clayton is somebody who like. So Russell Clayton is a girl I like a lot, right? But she's on the outside looking in this one. Probably next year, World Champs, I can give her a place in the finals. But this time, I think she's outside looking. That's just me.
And Devonta Davis disagreed, saying that I strongly disagree. Little will not make the finals.
Why won't she make the finals? And who will kick her out from making the finals? The only thing I'm worried about Shamir Little with is her emotional strength. I think she gets a little bit. I think she gets a little bit. I think she gets a little bit too emotional sometimes, and it throws off her race strategy. Sometimes you're looking at her running. She look like she start crying before the race even over. So like that. Yeah, so like that is the only thing I'm looking for, right? She wear her emotions on her sleeve. But I'm really happy that she made the team. It's a girl I like a lot too. But I definitely see her making the finals. Obviously, barring any injuries or anything crazy, definitely I see her making the team, no doubt. But I can't wait for the special guest to come on, because I'm going to ask him these same questions that you guys are.
That's why I try to draw the 400 meter for men. That's why I don't want to go there, because I want to reserve it for him. So that's why I draw it out.
If Antoinette had made the team, would you have said 3 Jamaicans would have been in the finals? Curious.
No. 2.
Wow.
2.
Show us what you're drinking. Show us what I bet it's red, white, or blue. White, yeah, I tell you. Red, white, or blue. The fan who said it, they were correct. He's sipping on everything America.
Remember, people, like, share, comment, and subscribe to the channel, man. Do the right stuff. But
so since you say you're saving the 400 hurdle summit, I want us to if we can jump on the 200 a little bit.
Male, female.
Yeah, the females, man. If we can jump on the 200 that ran today, with
right, give me a second, Chris. Let me give a shout out to the man himself and the man of the hour. Armando Duplantis. That guy is a freak of nature, man. From the moment that I came on the scene, he has just been getting better and better and better and better. And this it's just crazy, man. And if you realize that the only competition that man has right now is himself and that one. And as long as that man is fit, a gold medal is good as much, sure. But yeah, you can touch on the 200 meter now.
So for the 200, right? I know you guys were drinking the Kambuji. You guys were drinking the Kambuji Kool-Aid, right?
Cool.
Oh well, it was Ryan who was here last night. He was drinking the Kambuji Kool-Aid. Shakes was drinking the Kambuji Kool-Aid as well. And listen, Kambuji, she's a decent runner, but after watching that 200, I think I have some reservations. Yesterday I said that, I have to give Dina Asher-Smith her dues for being the world champion. I'm thinking of taking that back right now. I'm thinking of taking her. She ran 22. She ran 22.336, I believe it was today, and I was not impressed a bit. I'm still like 22.37, and I was not impressed. Right, I was not impressed with the whole race. and I'm looking and I'm saying so close to the championships. You know, when you're supposed to be a little bit closer. I want you down 22.1
Mm-hmm.
thereabout. Give me 22.1 right now. So then I say, okay, 3 weeks you put in that work, you know, you can be amongst the challengers. But right now, if Dina Asher Smith don't make that 200-meter final, I'm not surprised. Because right
Yeah.
now I don't know what's happening. I know last year she had her little struggles with her injuries and so, and then coming into this year, you know, obviously she lost the 100 meters at, you know, the Britain trials and so, but she's just not looking like she lost a lot of weight. Yeah, I don't know if you guys realize she lost a lot of weight, but she's not looking like a world beater. She's not looking like a champion. She's not looking like a top five to me in that 200 meters. And right now, I might have to go ahead. Albert, she's not at her best. Well, a lot of persons not at their best, Albert, but she just don't look like a top eight woman in the 200 for me. Just don't
Mm-hmm.
look like it at all.
Yeah,
So,
right now you need to be making statements. With World Championships this close, you need to be making statements. Any meets that you have left out there, it's a statement meet. You need to go out there and drop a performance that everybody say, "Oh, okay." Include that resume into the competition. This is someone that we need to be talking about. There's no way you should be out there 22-3 in a positive win at that. No, sir. It was positive 0.1. Like, so there was really nothing holding you back. You need to be making statements right now. You're definitely correct about that one.
yep. Yeah, definitely. And then, you know, a lot of persons again, you know, they were on the Kambunji train, and I was watching it and I'm saying Kambunji is not one either. You know, probably you can tell me for the 100 meters at a shorter distance, but for the 200, she's not there either. All right, so between Dina Asher Smith and Kambunji, I have to go back in my books and do my research and, you know, find two athletes to replace them because, you know, look, I just don't see them making the top eight. Right now, the times are too slow. The 21-3, 21-4, absolutely not. And
Guys, hear me clear. They're cracking up.
yeah,
Pick
crack
it up
up,
a
man.
little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, crack up. But TSC in Kambunji ran a poor race. She did not start motoring until 120. Listen, Dina Asher Smith is one of the smartest women ever to do track. She used meets like Shelly to work out kinks. All right.
She stays in Birmingham and beats people and use that as an intimidation tactic. Let's be clear about that. Every time me go to England, that's where she go out there and she put her
Facts.
name out there, right? She use that me to beat upon people and gain a somewhat psychological edge. She's not. I don't know what that person be. What do you mean the smartest? No, sir.
All right, so my opinion asking that is a must for us to see an athlete make a statement just before a championship.
Is it a must?
Mhm.
It's not a must. You can stay at your yard, but if you're out there competing, you need to be competing like you're ready for a championship. That's what I'd say to that.
And I believe
You
this
need
was actually the final meet in terms of Diamond League before World Champs, you know, because I checked the schedule and I think the next one is after World Championships.
after World Championships, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So 20.3 is not putting any confidence in anybody's mind right now. So you know what I mean? Like
That's
you
fine.
notice what the Jamaicans do. They come to trials and they put their resume out there. Everybody went down to the line. They gave it everything they had because they know it's go time right now. It's go time. It's not a must if you're not going to compete.
Facts.
But if you're out there, you need to be making a statement.
I agree. But otherwise from that, which other well, people don't really pay attention to these events much, but I've been paying keen attention to the discus for men. And I mean, last time out Stall actually won it, but you see this youngster, Christian Che,
Yeah.
that youth is in unbeatable form. And going by the reason I brought it up, when you look at what they're doing right now versus who we currently have in Jamaica,
Mhm.
boy, it look bleaky bad enough.
I
It look
mean,
bleaky.
yeah, and funny enough, you brought it up. I had a quick chat with Frederick Dakers today. I was asking him. Hopefully, he'll jump on and give us some insights next time around. I'm hoping for that. I wanted to ask him. I'm probably going to ask him, like, what is it like competing against him? Because it's not a big name, and Stahl has always been used to winning, right? But now this young man here is coming out like, I think I've seen him. I think about 3 wins now on the trot, right? He's not 4. He's not easing up. He's not
Pure
easing
70
up.
meters.
Yeah, it's like breakfast, lunch, and dinner 70 meters.
Fox.
Like I don't know what he's made of, but this man is made of something special. And if Stahl is going to have to come into championship form to beat this man. And hopefully Frederick will make it to the World Championship also. He put in he had a medical exemption for trials.
Yeah.
And of course, we know what he's made of. He's a big 70-meter thrower also. So, you know what I mean? It would have been awesome to see him in the mix, fully healthy. I mean, hopefully he'll come on and shed some light on where he's at. But we'll see.
Yeah, because I was paying keen attention to trials the other day, that Smichael won. And look at it, Smichael won with what? 66, what is 66 or 65?
Mm-hmm. I mean, it's not a terrible throw. It's not a terrible throw. It's not a terrible distance. However, where the world is at right now, if we're talking about at least finals, we need to be getting up into the 68.
Yep.
I mean, and there are athletes coming out in the preliminaries who are going out there to launch the discus because they want to at least get into the finals. Remember, you have to remember the contracts and these things play a part, So even just being a finalist at the World Championship, that means money in your pocket also in some contracts, depending on how the contracts is set up. So some people are going out there to shoot just to make the finals. Not even to win, just to make the finals so they can have that extra to say, yeah, this was a successful year, at least financially.
You know what? Welcome, Ryan. All gone, bro.
I'm here, bless.
All right, so you know what? We're just going to touch on the hurdles. Since the man himself hasn't turned up as yet, we're just going to jump into it. So, as I mentioned, Warholm is injured right now. Said that he's okay, but he's still out. 45.94. That was just crazy, man. You look at Rai Benjamin, 46.17. He hasn't hit but those heights as yet. Yes, he won at US trials and all of that. But then the man who came third won, the Santos from Brazil. This youth has just been getting better and better and better with every
22 or something like that.
Yep. And when you factor into because I would love all of them to remain fit because guess what? The Santos is 22, Rice 24, and Warholm is 25. So that could be a battle for the ages, So if you look at the Santos, 46.8, and as I mentioned, it's not a case as if he has been running against anybody. He's just all by himself on the clock. So he has just been getting better and better and better. And I really love what I'm seeing in the event right now. Am I cracking up again? Am I cracking up again, fam?
Yeah, a little bit, yeah.
Yeah.
Can't stop it, man. Let's continue. We're good.
All right, I'm just going to shoot until start this out.
All right. So, Ryan, did you catch any other?
No, I never get to watch any of the races, but I got some of the results. I got like the same one we're talking about here, the Santos.
Right.
I never really get to see. You to work, I never really get to see the races.
Right. So, one of the events that I hope we had gotten to tonight was the hurdles. We see Danielle Williams. She finished fourth in the 110 hurdles. Camacho Queen another win under her belt, right?
All right, what? I'm gonna stop it right there, sir, because we're about to be blessed by a legendary. One of the pioneer of Jamaica track and field, multi-medalist. This man is tied for the most appearance at World Championships and all of that stuff. So, without further ado, let's welcome the man himself, Mr. Danny McFarlane.
Yes. Wagwan.
Blessings.
Yeah, man. Wagwan. Everything good?
Everything good. Everything up.
Yeah. I was kind of running a bit late, but I'm here now, so we can get rolling,
Better late than never.
And guess what? You're just about the right opportune time, because we're talking about your event. Your favorite event,
All right.
on the hurdles. So
So, well, let me
right.
ask this. Can you see me properly? I'm good?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, solid.
All right, cool. Yeah, all right.
All right, so my first question to you, and this is something that
Mhm.
I always want to know growing up, What's the hurdles the first thing that came to your mind to do, or actually you were a 400-meter man and you decided, you know what, let me give it a shot at the 400-meter hurdles?
For me, basically, you just kind of size up your competitors. And I kind of look at it and I feel at this point where I was at, I was running like 45 in the open at that point. And I was like, got to make a change. 45 wasn't going to cut it. I run 44 one time in my life, so I couldn't figure out how to get faster. So I just kind of look at the 4 hurdles. I know my career. I didn't want my career to end as yet. And me just look at it and say, yeah, this is the event I'm going to take on. And basically, when I said that, I said, this is the event I'm going to be good at. So I remember when I said it to Nike that I was doing it, they said to me, like, listen, I'm not signing you for, that was 2003. They said they're not signing me for 2003. They're actually signing me for the year after. So even though they gave me a contract, they never expect me to run good 2003. And I said to them, I don't know what next year gonna bring. So I'm focusing on this year, and I end up running like 48.3 my first year. And then the next year I get the silver medal. So that's all kind of the size of the competitors, and I feel like I was better than them speed-wise. I just have to master the hurdles, which I never really mastered the hurdle technique that good. But
I was going to ask you that. I was going to ask you that.
Yeah, but this is what I do, Ryan. The important thing that I realized, and I can't give away too much information because I'm going to be coaching. I'm going to be coaching my son here pretty soon. So actually we start training today. We start training towards doing some stuff. So I can't give away too much information. But for me, I did master the steps. I mastered the steps. I thought to run fast, and then I mastered some other little minor details that I'm not giving away. Even though I could have heard it, I mastered how to come off the hurdles, how to position my body, still be able to run fast while my breathing system is still flowing. Because, a lot of time if you approach the hurdles a certain way and you tighten up certain parts of your body, you mess with your breathing system. So I mastered to go over the hurdles, even though it wasn't looking good, but I mastered to control that breathing system.
Question though, was there any point where coaches wanted to change your style and you maybe realize it is working for you and you tell them, no, this is the way I want to do it?
Yes, but hey, listen, I remember talking to this lady. She was my girlfriend at the time, and we break up over that same situation.
What? What do you mean? Hold on.
Yeah, man.
You have to explain that one.
Me and her break up because she feel like I'm supposed to go to a coach to get better. And I was explaining to her like, yes, but sometimes the strength, I got to have certain control because what make me so good is what I bring that I don't know if a coach can understand that, and me and a coach at this point in my career, I don't think the coach will be able to capitalize on that. And she was like, no, you're not trying to be better, blah, blah, blah. And we ended up breaking up because she never feel like I was trying to be better. But then
Hold on. Kems, you see how the man is serious? Even a woman cannot stand in his way. You understand? If you feel like she is going to be determined from his success, man, I cut it off. And this is the level of seriousness I like in track. I love this. It don't matter who it is or what it is. You move it out of your way just to get your success.
Absolutely. And those are the things I'm teaching my son right now. My bigger son just turned 19. Like, hey, if we're gonna approach this, it's gonna be the first time he's gonna be running track. And I'm telling him like, hey, if we're gonna approach this is how we're gonna approach it. And we're gonna move everything else out the way. Sometimes this is gonna be tough. It's just gonna be me and you. Nobody is gonna believe in you. But I know what you can bring. And we're gonna tap into every little thing we have to make sure we successful. So you have to understand. I always feel like this. We have to be. I think is proactive. More reactive. So I'm a proactive person. So I'm already planning 2 years away by starting in now and putting the pieces together.
Right.
All right, so I follow question to what I asked you, right? So you said that you never mastered the art in terms of hurdling technique and all of that. So at the same time, did you ever cross your mind to say, you know what, give up on this and going back to the 400-meter flat air, man?
No, never. Because guess what? I have a slogan that I use right now for my little group that I'm coaching, high school group though. No doubt, no defeat. You understand me? So we don't have no doubt in our mind, because once you start to doubt yourself, you're gonna defeat yourself. You understand? So at no time in my mind, I think that I couldn't accomplish what I set out to do. For real talk.
So all right. If I could throw out a question also. So Danny, I know you're close with Gregory Horton, Davian Clark and those guys, but Gregory specifically, he has the philosophy of mental coaching and mental training, right?
Right.
Now, my personal views on that is I strongly believe that some things are just innate. You're just born with it, you have it. If you don't have it, you're never chemically wired from birth to get it, right? Meaning your toughness or the level of aggression you have or fortitude, pursuing your goals or whatnot. Were you ever the person that needed somebody else in your ear to say, hey, you know what I mean, you need to do this, or were you always self-motivated? And if you were the self-motivated kind, how do you feel about Gregory's philosophy about mental coaching? Like athletes.
Well, loaded question, but let me try to go through it the best way I can. I'm kind of different. I'm not fully agreeing with you. Say if you're never born with something, you cannot accomplish it. Because if you look at life itself, once you put in that environment and it becomes a survival, you start to figure it out. So I think a lot of this thing can be trained. You understand me? So and wake come on, like me, I watch myself. I coach one person before, and you know the person. I'm not even gonna call the name. I represent the USA, right?
Right, world champion, right?
Right, and he get a gold medal on the relay team, right? Mm-hmm. When I was coaching that person never believed. Really? But guess what I used? Guess what I used to make that person believe? The training. So Frano is good because Frano understand that training also can be psychologically get you tough. No, you might not reach everybody, but I guarantee you, if you know, and they're getting better and tougher without they even know.
Right.
You understand? So, for example, give away a little piece. You get a kid that don't believe they can do something. What usually we're going to start them from? It's just basic knowledge. Start them from, if you get somebody who can't read, what book you're going to start them with? How are you going to start
with the letters of the alphabet?
The basics.
Right, yeah. Basics.
There you go. You see where I'm going?
Yeah.
You start with the basic and you start. But if you ever start them with a hard book, they're going to give up.
Yep. Absolutely.
Right.
So
Okay.
you gotta take step now. You gotta understand too, the timing gonna be important. If somebody who can't read and you're gonna start them with the basic, they might take a little longer time to get where you want them to go.
Right.
But they will get there if they stick with the program. You understand what I'm saying? So
Right, but you have to be confident in the program itself, though. Like so I find that nowadays a lot of people they don't see the results, so they're hopping off the train quickly.
yeah, Adrian, but that's why you need that one who gonna believe and understand the journey.
Right.
And that's why it's easier for me now to take a kid. Okay. Let me show you this. It's easier for me to take a kid that never run anything else and come to Jamaica and dominate the 400 and the 4 hurdles like within 2 years. And they were like, where did this kid come from? But the one that was running good, it's harder for me to get that kid to buy into my philosophy.
Absolutely.
So and I'm gonna say this, and okay, when you look at the 400 meter, and you can stop me at any time if I'm taking up too much of your time, but I'm just trying to give us some information here. If you look at all the quarter milers coming out of Jamaica, and we're going to tap into the school system, you see they're running fast while in the school system.
Yeah.
I don't necessarily mean that somebody that running fast in the school system is more talented than somebody else. And it don't necessarily mean that those coach can coach better than somebody else. So that's winning the 400 at trials and champs and stuff like that. Because this is how it works. If you're in a system, your body, you can run yourself into shape, right?
Right.
So a lot of these kids that in the high power school, they run themselves into shape. It's not so much the coaching. No, when they try to go pro, that's when the real coaching come about. You can't run yourself into shape no more. You got to train yourself into shape. Yeah. Those coaches understand how to do that. That is why we have that problem. Because they don't understand how to train the professional to be ready. And it's a different level. It's a different approach. It's a different mindset. It's a different everything.
So I have a question, right? And I'm glad you mentioned that because we were having the conversation yesterday, and I asked Adrian, why is it that our quarter milers can't seem to get over a particular hump? Right now, the standard for the quarter milers is 43, low 44. Our quarter milers, 45, right? And I asked the question: is it that the coaches are not good enough, or the athletes are not good enough? Where do you see the difference? Is it a coaching problem? Is it an athlete problem? Because we have athletes that are overseas and they're still not doing well. We have athletes that are in Jamaica and they're still not doing well. So what is the exact issue why our quarter milers can't seem to be among the elites?
Okay, I'm going to use some facts with this. No, son. No, I'm good. Close that door for me, please. I'm good. You guys just deal with that. Yeah. I'm going to use some facts with this with some opinion based off what I know.
Okay.
I think the problem, and I'm going to throw this out there. I'm going to get a lot of backlash, but I don't care because I love all of my athletes. Yeah. Okay. And I would love to see this kid do really good. So I'm going to throw Taylor out there, right? Christopher Taylor, right?
All right.
This is what I see. If I was his management crew, I'd have let him run the 1-2. And listen what I'm saying. Where I'm going.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
At this point, where his body built and where the quarter mile is going, he don't have it. It's not that he's not a talented kid. He's just running the wrong event.
Mm-hmm.
These quarter mile are.
Can I interject for a second?
Yeah, go ahead.
We have said it on this program multiple times that
Many
this guy
times.
body
Yeah.
frame is not built for 200 meter. 100, 200, that's where they should put this youth and stop having kill off himself in 400 meter.
Because this is it. This is it. If it was back in the days, it'd be all right. These guys that run in this quarter and is doing good. It's over 6 feet, 6'1". And there's some monster.
Yeah.
And they can run. So Taylor, they can be running 85% of their talent, and Taylor running 100% and still can't beat them.
Yep.
So
But
it comes down to a science. So what I would have do with Taylor, because he's a quick kid, I would have put him, I would have turn him on the 1 and 2. He's gonna give them problem because a good sprint coach, he already can sprint. He might already get quarter mile of strength. I just think he can be somebody special in the 1 and 2. That's my opinion and based on some facts.
Can take the Sherika route.
Take the Sherika route. Okay. And when it come out, we were talking about training quarter mile. So why they're not doing good, I think it has to do with coaches and also who you send them to. I think that we're not trusting our own people, especially the man like a Davian Clark, a man like a Sanjay. You're not giving those people a chance with the better one.
When you say Sanjay, you mean Sanjay here?
Yeah.
Okay.
I know both sides will be like, what, Sanjay? But as I'm saying, I think that we have to give, and this is, we have to give our best people to some of our, I think that are the most capable coaches. I mean, I can coach too, but I'm not ready to take that on. But you see, Davian he win the last 2 trials. The kids them don't run that fast, but he's winning. Give him some real talent. Then put some real talent on and see what happens.
Yeah.
You feel me? So that's where I stand with that command. It's just the coaches and who they're sending them to, and people that's picking the right event.
Makes sense. That makes sense.
Because guess what? The 400 meter to train the energy system is really complicated. Don't let nobody think they just throw a program out there, they just run. This energy system I think it's more complicated than the sprint, because the sprint, I don't think you have to have that type of combination to become like an elite 100 meter runner. You understand me? But when you come in on the 400 meter, the distribution of the energy and how you train the energy system with that speed, when to make the move, how you breathe through the system, how you do that, how you position your hand, where you attack it from. It's a lot of work if you want to be at that level.
So, all right, I'm going to put you on the spot. Lavon, if I can ask a quick question. I'm going to put you on the spot, Danny.
Mm-hmm.
Out of the current crop that we have right now, I want you to tell me the 3 that you would pick to work with if you could, or if you were ready to deal with them. Which 3 would you bring into your camp and work with those 3? And if you don't mind, tell us why.
I honestly think that who out there? We know we have. Give me some
Javon
names.
Francis, Taylor,
Nathan,
Rasheen McDonald. What my boy GC Costa.
Akeem Bloomfield, Javon Powell, Anthony
Donkey
Cox.
Man.
Okay.
Nathan Allen.
Okay, this is it. I think Akeem Bloomfield would have come at the top of the level. because of his range. He got a lot of range. He got speed. He proved that he's quick. He proved that he can run fast. I think with him in the right system and get the right mental state of mind, he can be really dangerous.
Why did you mention mental state of mind? What are you alluding to?
Well, I don't know, and I might want to take that back because I don't know the man's mental state of mind. You understand me? Because I never coach him, but it looked to me like when he come on to the bigger event, then that's when struggle come on. And I don't want to say that. Maybe that's kind of bad, but I think that he's the best based on his range, speed, body build. I think he can be the best. Donkey Man definitely have the art. I like Donkey Man because he is a go-getter. Taylor have an art of a lion, but I think for me he's too small for the quarter mile. I would have trained. I think Taylor, as I say, 1-2, and then throw him on a 4x4 leg. Nathan Allen. I don't know much about Nate. I watch him run. I don't know much about Nate, but I guess that somebody could have just worked with and see where you can get out of him.
Your definite three would be Taylor, Javon Francis, and Bloomfield at the top, right?
Yeah, but I already tell Taylor. I think Taylor forgot to do sprint.
Okay.
So I definitely want to work with Taylor.
So there's two youngsters just.
I don't work with him. No. Get me wrong, because listen, I know what I'm. What me I say right now, and I know people gonna pick peace and wish. I don't really care. Pick peace and all of them things and try to say Danny said this. You know, we don't work with Taylor and blah. What I'm saying,
yeah,
Taylor would have advised him to run the 1 and 2 because I think that's his better event.
Yep.
But the man of an art of a lion, him is a fighter, him is a go-getter, right? So I wouldn't be coaching Taylor in that level. You understand? Because I'm a quarter miler.
Right.
Yeah.
All right, so there's two youths just fresh out of the high school system. One, Anthony Cox. I think he ran a PB in almost every run recently at the national trials. And also one, Gregory Prince. People see both of these athletes as two that can really make it to the top based on the talent and based off their later matriculation in terms of maturity.
Mm-hmm.
I think about both of them.
Which school they coming from?
All right, so Gregory Prince is from St. Jago. I believe Cox is from Excelsior, if I'm not mistaken.
Levon, ask him why him ask you which school they're from. There's a reason why I'm asking which school they're from.
I kind of pick it up a bit, man. But okay.
I personally, I concern when it come on to I would have to see them. I never really look at them and watch them too much, but I would have to look at them. I kind of judge more along the height, watch them run, see all them and the workload they do before and stuff like that. Because in everything, if you're gonna go out there and you're gonna pick somebody to work with, if you're looking for a girlfriend, you know what type of girl you're looking for, right?
Absolutely.
Right. So you're gonna pick based on what you feel gonna suit you, what she can bring to the table, or what you feel comfortable working with, in order to get the best, right?
Right. Yeah.
Same thing for track and field. But you know, it's not a hard feeling against the other girls, them too. You really love the other girls, them, and care about their well-being. But if you're gonna pick, you just say, hey, give me the one. You understand?
Yep.
So who may I say? I just lie. So I would have to see them, look at them, kind of see who they work with, and because that's kind of really important, and see if what they want to do and where the mind is kind of, or the kind of setup.
Hey, here's something I never asked you before that I really want to get your opinion on. Because a lot of people out there have an opinion on this subject matter I'm about to bring up. Do you think at the high school level the kids are overworked? Their training age is just too high, and then it makes it difficult for them when they come to the pros?
Well, for me, I honestly do. I think the females do better, somehow do better with the workload.
Okay.
It's showing that the man kind of struggle with
Any
type
idea
of
why
work.
that might be?
Huh?
Any idea why that might be?
I know your system can get burned out, and if you're throwing weights at the kids them at a certain age, I know that it can mess with a lot of things. I know that for a fact. You work the kid too hard when they're too young, it stunt certain development. So my 15-year-old just turned 15. Is my height 6'1", right?
Oh,
My 19-year-old is 6'5". So my 15-year-old have not lift weights as yet, but I'm telling you, this boy is fast. So imagine when I start to put weights on him later on, like in a year time, when his body kind of start develop and I put on light weights on him, his muscle gonna be ready. He grow almost to his full potential. But when I don't believe in, and I do a lot of research on this and try to figure it out. I don't believe in putting all these weights on these kids so early, because I think that's where the problem coming in. It kind of stunt their growth. That's me, the development.
That makes a lot of sense. But also, I have another question, kind of shifting it a little bit. So, before you and Blake came with this blistering 9.85, a lot of persons were talking about, all right, he has done his time to retire, and there have been a lot of athletes that they have been pushed into retirement. So, for you personally, when did you, or was it a body situation for you where you decided that to just call it a day, or was it that you never have the passion for the track and field anymore? What was it for you? Was it, it's time to just call it quits?
All right, Kems, hold on a second. Before I answer, Danny, we have a caller online that wants to say something to you. So, caller, go ahead. Just give us a name and then you can go ahead.
Yeah, man. Well, everybody knows me in Jamaica as Porter. I was a part of the J3 thing, but I live in Canada now. So, all right, Mr. Danny, I see you.
Respect.
Well, first thing I'm going to say, Danny could have heard the Jamaican record go like 47 flat. I can tell you that. Without the Jamaican record, not run 47 flat.
We gotta have somebody coming pretty soon for that.
He's a great man, Danny. He's a great man. You've been good. He's one of the greats, Danny. Just remember that. But, the thing where you said about the progression, right? When you and Gregory was in high school and then leave and go to college and around 44, I don't see the progression with some of them who run fast than when was in high school. I said Taylor Covey, I say, well, Nathan Allen and Akeem run 44, look a bit on 43. But like Sean Bailey and when the fellow from Calabar that came, he's not even running 400, I'm running 100 now. And even the last set, I see, the progression is not, even with Cobby, you're right, progression is not there. I thought Cobby would have run a 200. Cobby would have run, if Cobby was training for the 200, it would have been on the 200 team right now. He would have given us an outside good run at the trials. And you're right, Dan. If he was training for that, he would have been good at the 200. And you're right. I think you're very correct on that. But the rest of them, even when I watch a trial, the winner, because he's running timid. The first 200 he's running is too slow. He's running like a 44.7. He's running so when it comes.
All right, so caller, hold on a second, caller. Danny wants to say something. Go ahead, Danny.
You see, what I would have said though, I mean, I understand he might run. No, don't run 44, but I think his PR is like 44.8.
Right. Yeah.
Well, for me personally, when I run, I don't run based on time to make time. I run to win the race. So we'd have to talk to his coach and say why you run that slow or whatever. But if you're just running to make the team, make the team. You understand? Because once you start to I'm gonna tell you this: once you start to tap into time, you're gonna lose. You train with time. You train in practice. In practice, you train to run time, but then you execute your race once you're in the race. You don't worry about time. You understand me? So as a quarter miler, sometimes sometimes
the reason I said that now is because when I run at NCs, run the same name run at the trials here. You know, if didn't follow NCs, him could run a faster race.
But Carla, if you actually realize the thing with Javon Paul now, he has been like this from Edwin Allen days. This is how he normally run. Nothing has changed.
Well, then Danny's right. When I said it, that he run to win, but you know.
Yeah, I think you know. I think the caller is like 90% of Jamaica, where they have this particular sensationalism when it comes on to time, right? So I guess it affects me as well, because if I see somebody and they're running, as I mentioned earlier, they're running 45, and I say, what kind of slow time that? But as Danny rightly said, did they win the race, yes or no? Right? That's really the meat of the matter. Did they win or did they lose, right? But I'm looking for, because I want the times them are sexy to me. You're on a 43, you're on a 43.7, it looked good to me, nice. You're on a 45, I say, but when you were, for example, Christopher Taylor, I'm saying when you were in high school at Calabar, you're running much faster than what you're running now. So it kind of gives me a little sad feeling inside of me. But when I look on the grand scheme of things, what Danny's talking about is absolutely right. Like, at the end of the day, you run for win the race. If you run a race and you run 48 and you get the gold medal, who cares about the 48? You get the gold medal.
Right.
Carla, you can finish up. You can have a final say, Carla, then I go ahead.
Yeah, man, I agree with it, you know, but I said if you watch the race at the trials, it's the last 50 meters. If you watch that race, it's the last 50 meters and decide that, you know what, because everybody I try to win the race. I agree. But I'm saying, in Danny days, even though I hear what Danny said about the time to run to win, in Danny age, and I mean that race, Danny gone left them long time. Danny is at the tape long time before the rest of them. You would have gone. He would have gone. Remember, Danny see you run all the time. From World University games, all of them races, I watch all of them races.
Can I say this though?
So Carla, hold on a second. Go ahead, Danny.
The execution, I don't know what type of execution the man coach go through. You understand? So that's something again we gotta look into, like how they're breaking down the race. And how they're breaking down the race in practice. How fast you gotta go through here. What you take, you know, so I don't know if they're just coming with I don't know the athlete was feeling. I know they're coming with a strategy and say, hey, this person is in front of you, just follow this person, then because you know this person gonna do this, I have an idea, and then just come through. You know, so maybe they kind of know the field and kind of cover the field and just kind of measure the field to win. So I don't really know. It's different way.
True.
But Carla, pick up and respect for the call, man.
I'm keep on listening, but it's good discussion, gentlemen. Thank you.
Respect, man. Thanks for the support.
Yeah, respect, man.
So ask a question how long, I forget the question, but we have another question. Because in your time doing track and field, social media wasn't as prevalent as it is now. It was there, but it wasn't as big as now.
It was just coming in.
Do you believe that social media has an effect on these athletes, where when them sign on to Facebook and them see Adrian, I call them Cruff and Gasbag and all them things, it kind of affect them mentally.
Hold on, no, me have to defend myself. I never call nobody Cruff yet. I might use the term Gasbag, but I don't say Cruff. That is terrible.
Yeah, but so then, do you believe? So it's a two-part question. Do you believe that social media has a negative impact on these current crop of athletes? And do you believe if there was social media in your time, is that something that you think would affect you as well?
Well, Adrian, if you're calling the people them name there, you gotta stop though. I believe I don't call nobody them type of name there because
I promise I didn't. I don't know what the man making. I'm making my makeup.
Okay, all right. I think social media, for me, if social media was back in my days, it would have maybe had some influence and not me or compete, but maybe there's influence of maybe followers and stuff like that. But I don't think it would affect me as a person, as an individual. You understand me? If that's the question you're asking, right?
Yeah. I just want to know because the thing is, again, I won't even call any names, but there have been a couple athletes who have
You're still hurting, fam. Calling him.
Huh?
Calling him, man. You're still hurting.
No, so there's athletes like Kemar Bailey Cole who have got into it with the new guy where he couldn't make the USA team, so coming from Jamaica, Devontae Burnett. There's a couple of athletes that
So them get into it. What do you mean get into it? Them argue
back and forth. Yeah, till them all end up block me. Right? Them all end up block me on social media. So I just want to know if it's a thing where the critic does get to them head, or is it like, so that's really just what I wanted to know.
Well, that tell you the state of mind of how strong they are.
Thank you.
Because me personally, I engage with, at this point in my life, I engage with even the people that say, why you even holding conversation with that man? But I still would engage in that conversation. You feel me? I feel like they got to understand we're at this point in life where people gonna be on top of them, and they got to be mentally tough. They got to bounce that off them shoulder. You're an athlete, people gonna come for you. And you gotta realize that it's a part of the game. Sometimes you smile with it, sometimes you have to tell a man, say, man, kiss whatever and keep pushing. You feel me? You never need to block nobody. You say, whatever. You can't do nothing, and just keep pushing. But maybe them just can't deal with it, and wish me to know the conversation why they block you, but I wouldn't block you.
All right, I have two questions for you now. So one, quite a few people have been messaging me asking about your sons. Where do they actually represent? Will they represent Jamaica, or they'll actually represent the country that you're currently situated in? That's the first question.
Well, listen, my boys, they grew up in a Jamaican culture vibes. And my little one born in Jamaica came here when he's 10, right? My big one is 100% born in America, but both of them is from Jamaican parents. My big boy straight off the back said, hey, it's all about Jamaica for him. So guess what? We're all about Jamaica.
Nice.
We love the Jamaica vibes. We never, ever think we'll represent nobody else. No. A lot of people say, what if they throw this type of money here or this type of money? Which we're just talking because who knows? Nobody knows if my son gonna be really good. You feel me? But that's not the goal. That's not the goal. But I'm just saying, nobody know. But money don't. We spend the money. Money don't really spend we. So
yes, sir. Big talk.
We whatever we can get, we're gonna try to use it and do the best we can. We don't watch no other about money but our own. And it's all about happiness and joy for us. And if they want to represent Jamaica, as my big son said, that's where we're going. So that's it.
But before I get the next question, and people remember to like the video and ensure that you subscribe, man, because that you like the conversation. And big up to all the newcomers to the chat. Next question. There's a new kid on the block of Jamaica, Andrew Hudson. So people want to know your thought on him as well.
Which kid?
Andrew Hudson. He won the 20-meter trials.
The guy that won the 200? Yeah. I think it's a good time. I don't know nothing about the kid. I'll be honest with you.
Do you personally think that they're switching allegiance just because they know that they can make the Jamaica team running less than they're running for America? And it's not really a love for Jamaica. They're just trying to make a team. Like if me could have make a Antigua team right now, would I got Antigua if I can't make Jamaica team? So do you think that's what they're doing?
Well,
do you think they love Jamaica?
You say if you could have make an Antigua team, you'd have got Antigua. Okay, let me talk for myself now. So I don't know where he not demand them mind, but I feel like some people gonna do it because of opportunity, but also I think people are gonna also do it because of love for the sports and love for themselves, you know. So we don't even know. I mean, where the mindset. Sonia Richards compete for America all her years, but yet still she talk about Jamaica all the time. So it's just different. That's a tough one to say, yo, because I wouldn't want that come from my mouth. Say yes, that's why them do that, because I'm not really sure about that. You feel me? That put me. Well, people come cuss me out more than how them cuss me out already.
Yeah, I try to get a controversial statement out of you, but I can't get it out.
Well, Danny, I believe we have to really and truly look at the facts, because when we look at the times that some of these guys are, and we can make sense out of nonsense sometimes. You know, right. When we look at the times that some of these young men are running, and then we look at what is winning the US trials, we can come to a consensus that they can't make the US team. And because, for example, the Devontae Burnett guy, before last year, probably is me and my lack of knowledge, but before last year, I never hear of this guy have any love for Jamaica or anything for Jamaica or anything about Jamaica. I don't know if he even know the Jamaican national anthem. I don't think he knows that, right? So I just believe is, and as you said, Danny, is opportunity. And I believe in life, sometimes we take the opportunity that is given to us. You can't blame a man for that, right? But the Hudson guy that he was talking to you about, I think he had, Levon, I think you had said he represented before, and then he couldn't.
Yes, he did.
Yeah, he represented before, and then he came to Jamaica and then he said that it was his father's dream. So what I wanted to know, and what I want to ask him, when did it become his father's dream? Was it his father's dream ever since, or after he could make the US team? That would have been.
Remember, he did represent the US before.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, listen. Yeah.
Come on, talk, man. Well, listen.
I have no. This is what I'm gonna say. I have two boys, and just like he might be telling the truth, because I have my son, and before my big son, say want to run track. He never want to run track. I could never get him to run track. You know him, I focus on basketball. I want to play basketball all the time. And then he just start watch some running one day, and he just said, listen, Dad, I think I want to do this track and field now. But I've been always in his ears, like telling him, like, son, listen to me. Come, I can train you to be successful. Which, that's I know I can do it. I never I think I know I can do it. But absolutely. Him gonna believe it too, and eventually him say, "I'll come over." So me and my father tell him this all this time. Yep. And the man just never want to do it.
Okay. So all right, I'll take your point.
Can't really, and you might be right. They might, because him can't make the US team and say, guess what? We're gonna go out Jamaica.
It could be a combination of both, you know.
Yeah, yep. You're right. You're right, Ryan. It might be a combination of both.
But all right, you guys brought up a good point, yes. But if you look at it though, Adrian was one who mentioned it. So if you look at it now, you look at Adele Tracy, who actually switched allegiance. She actually lost that time in UK than Laura Muir and Gemma Reekie in the 1500 meter. Yet she decided that she's going to come and represent Jamaica. So at the end of the day, it's not a case as if they cannot make the team, because she could have made the UK team, but she decided to come here and represent Jamaica.
But that's she though.
Exception, yeah.
Those guys could have made the US team. Those guys could have. Like no joke about it. All right, even there was a guy that used to I can change his name to some name now because he's gone to Turkey. Winston Barnes, right? He could have made
Jake Harvey.
Yeah,
and Jax Ali Harvey. Yeah,
yes, him.
Yes. They did it for the money.
So he couldn't make Jamaica team anymore because he just wasn't good enough. But he, as Danny alluded to, he got an opportunity and then he moved to that opportunity. But my last question, Danny, because I have to run, I have homework and stuff to do, right? So I'll just have one last question. So there is an athlete for the United States that I love dearly, right? Her name is Abby Steiner, right? Out of Kentucky. Before Shericka Jackson got that time, she was the fastest woman in the 200 meters, 21.77, right? I am saying that I believe that she is in contention for a medal in that 200 meters. You have a guy beside you right there by the name of Ryan, is saying that she needs to prove herself on the world stage before we can put her in the medal standings. And I'm saying, Danny, do you believe, and this is a question, do you believe an athlete has to prove themselves on the world stage, or can you just spot the talent before them even go professional?
Well, sometimes you can spot the talent before them go professional, but I understand what Ryan is saying too. You got to prove yourself on the road. But I think Abby Steiner is kind of different, you know. So I think she's gonna be a problem at when it comes to that 200 at the World Championship, but because I think she have a quarter mile of strength in her. And she got speed. Yeah. So I don't think she's gonna run out of gas because you understand me? Because she have if it was a different athlete, just a 1-2, can't run the 400, I might say, she might fall short. She showed me something different. No. I think she would get a medal. Winning, I don't see what I'm gonna go with Frano. When it come out to Frano, I'm not bet against Frano.
Yeah,
I'll be honest with you.
The world hear that, you know.
My opinion, and this opinion and what I know about stuff, is a different. When an athlete is fit and ready, from when an athlete. Okay, there's two types of struggling in running. I think an athlete can struggle because she's not fit. Right? But then the next athlete can struggle because they're not race sharp.
Yep.
Yeah.
The athlete that struggle when they're not race sharp is a dangerous athlete. The athlete that struggle who is not race fit is hard to get fit after that, at a certain point of the year. It makes sense to you. It's easier.
You mean like Elaine last year?
You
mean like Elaine last year?
Yeah, you can tell she was going to come on. Sharika looked like that Elaine last year, but a one step ahead. I think she's really, really dangerous, man.
Hold on, Mister. I have another question, right? Because listen.
Hold on, you know say you have homework, Bridget?
No, man, the homework can wait one more minute.
No, because
let me say this about Abby Steiner. Abby Steiner, after this year, it's going to be important to see what she do when she don't have the collegiate to get her in shape and who coaching her, which is going to be really important.
Yep.
Right.
So Danny, this is really my final one, right? So Elaine is my athlete, right? From ever since. Right. I'm there with the
Elaine is all of us athlete. Good. Yeah. Well, I like all of them. I don't know about nobody else.
Apart from the guy at the base, Mr. Adrian, right? But and you said it, Danny. You said you can't bet against Frano. And I said that I believe that, you know, whatever personal and financial decision that Elaine and her camp decide to make, okay, I won't question that. But I'm saying these 3 years that are coming, Danny, are the 3 most critical years I've ever seen in track and field. World Championship, then Olympics. Right? Yeah. You are this close to at least a 100-meter world record. You are this close, and you have the best coach arguably in the world, right? You are on top of the world. Why would you leave at this juncture, like at this time, to go with somebody who we have a lot of questions about?
Well, for me, I always say this, I don't even know what got on in the camp, so we're just gonna talk off the top of my head, and maybe Ilian move is that Ilian think that's the best move for her, and I mean a lot of us don't want to see in a situation that we're uncomfortable, but at the same time, I don't know if she was uncomfortable. I don't know, but I'm just saying, if it was me, it got to be something that really crazy for me to move at that point. because this is it. If you're looking at the financial part, you got to break down. You got to crunch the numbers. So, for example, she paying a lot out. So, for example, she leave. Just say we throw 300,000, right? We're gonna throw $300,000 out there. Say I leave because I'm getting 300,000 a year and I want to get more. Which I know she's making more than that. I don't know. More likely, well, we're not even gonna talk about that. But just for example, say you throw 300,000 out there, and you say, "Hey, I'm gonna leave because when I make my 300,000, I'm only seeing 150,000 out of it, right?" So you leave for this year, though you can get your full 300,000 or maybe 250,000, right? But when you leave and you get it this year, next year, you better make sure you leave and running good, because next year, if you're not running good, you might make 100,000.
Yes.
And then
Danny, I'm going to pick your
but
point.
look here, but hold up. But if it is still where you at, and make for the 3 years, you make 150,000, 150,000, 150,000. How much is that?
Yes.
I'm going
Maybe
to
she
pick
have
your
the
point.
confidence. Maybe she have the confidence to believe that even if she make that change, she will continue to do what she's doing, at least maintain what she's doing.
And that's what I was saying, Ryan. Yeah, that's good. That's what I'm saying. We don't know why she moved, but I'm just saying me personally support anybody doing what they think is best for them. Right?
Yeah, but I'm going to turn back to what Kim's mentioned. So I believe that since she has been that close to the world record, and if it's for monetary reason that you're moving, why not just stay there for one more year? Break the world record, because I know that when you're a world record holder, more money is going to come on, more sponsorship.
The world champion.
Why not wait?
And
That is the thing.
that's what,
That is the thing, everyone. What if she break it? What if she thinking that she can break it with the new camp, where she going to get more of that money, as opposed to breaking it with Frano and lose half of the money?
and that's what I'm saying. That's true too. But that's what I'm saying. Hey, Ilian got to do what's best for Ilian. But this is it though. This is what we know. This is not something that you just get up and think. When you're doing stuff like this, you want to more lean on the side and know. Not I think. Okay. Now, when you know something, there's a lot of facts that go with it. You understand me?
Yep.
So my deal is, when I look at that, if she gonna make a move like that, I just think that you go rookie. If I don't know who coaching him, I heard here is your husband. I'm not sure. If you go with a rookie coach, a rookie agent, a rookie crew around you, the chance you might fail. You understand what I'm saying? Not saying she's going to, but the chance of failing become higher. No, if you move with a veteran group, you have a more chance of being successful, because veteran group usually know what's coming next. I have an idea what's coming next. Okay, trying to make some sense. When we were a boy, there's things that we know at a man right now. We never know when we are a boy.
Right.
Absolutely.
Because we are rookie.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So the things that coach are things that Frana would know, are things that Frana might see and tweak it. That coach, whoever might use in, say for example, they know Frana workout. But this is what I tell somebody. Workout always tweaking.
Yep.
Because you look at the body language, what they're doing. I might give you 6 weeks. This year you might get into shape in 6 weeks. And next year it might take 8 weeks. But because I know what you look like when it's 6 weeks, and I know what the time's supposed to be like, I know what your body's supposed to look like, I know how you're supposed to look in practice, I know that even though you might be running the time, you're not ready.
Yep.
That's when the things start to move to science.
Yep.
Not just people running.
Yep. And I hear that the husband is business savvy. I never hear about it is science savvy. So that I'm extremely worried, Danny. I ain't even lying.
You this track and field is down to a science, man.
Yep.
Look what the 4 hurdler that well, because you got so much technology. You know, equipment is better, spikes is better, spikes is faster. I'd love to see Usain Bolt running at this time in with them equipment and spikes and see how fast we run. But I hear somebody say, "Hey, Shelley leave Fran and running faster." I can say Fran never get to coach out with this type of equipment, this type of technology. You understand?
And that's just 2 years, and that's just a year or 2 removed.
Yeah, but Shelley come across as somebody more understand the game, though. You understand? The only thing I feel like, and I said this last year because I was an older athlete, and at the Olympic, and I said, I honestly think because this is what the age do to your body. Age creep up on you like, and you don't understand it. You feel good today, and expect to recover the same way tomorrow. It don't work like that. And that's my only concern about Shelley. I don't love her to win because as much as I love all of them, because I just want she to cement as the greatest sprinter ever. Like
Ever.
just no doubt. You understand me? Because she earned that. My concern is about the age. 1 run, I'm cool. 1 run, 2 run, I'm good. But when it started to go to 3 run, I start to like with a Sharika right there, it can get real dangerous. That's just my opinion. With some factor that
you said the thing though, Adrian. You realize that all that we have been saying, we hear a man that has been there, done that, just echo the same sentiments because that's our same exact sentiments and Shelley about managing the runs.
But Kems don't want to acknowledge it. I don't know why I'm so stubborn. So we have a man that's been there and done that saying the same thing. Kems, will you accept it?
Well, yes. When the resume and the CV show, I have to accept it, of course. Hey, but Danny, and this is a thing that we have discussed.
Is that the third final question?
Yes, man. Another final question. But Danny, we don't get Danny McFarlane on this platform very often. So when we get him, we have to make big use of it. So Danny, you are an athlete that have competed in both the Olympics and the World Championships, right?
Right.
Which one do you believe?
Why you go there? No.
Which one you believe is more prestigious? For winning an Olympic medal?
Why you go there? Why you go there?
No, stop.
He knows what he's doing. He knows what he's doing.
First of all, he's trying to negate. Him trying to take away the World Championship wins by Shelley to say Olympics is way better than. Come on.
And it's the same people that may run against.
But listen. But Shelley already win Olympic before, right?
Exactly.
Yes, thank you.
Exactly.
Right.
I'm just asking.
The Olympic to me, okay. If you're gonna ask me, which one I rather based on what I know, I'd have said the Olympic because more people watch the Olympic and you get more endorsement based on the Olympic. It's just more prestigious.
But Kim, let me ask you a question, Kim.
Kim knows exactly what
a man that won a silver medal at 2004 Athens Olympics is going to say anything different?
Yeah, you think exactly.
No. Listen. Hey, one thing I can tell you guys, I really talk based on what I know. I don't even care about me. Listen, when you look at it, the Olympic watched by how many people? Billions, right?
Yeah.
The World Championship never watched by so much.
Yep.
Let me ask you something.
You see him get that big. You see him get that big because he break that record on the biggest stage.
Yes. Danny, I tell these guys, when you have athletes who make it to the Olympics, you know what they have at the end of their name? OLY. I never see nothing for no World Championships or anything. Olympics is the pinnacle, and that's a say.
But
no, we're not going to do that. All we're saying is that it's the same people you're running against at the World Championship anyway.
Yes. It's the same caliber feel, the same class of running, but there's the same intense fast time craziness. You know what I said. But go ahead, Adrian.
I'm going to ask a question, and that question you're gonna mash up your Olympics theory right now, right?
Okay.
Ready for
Let
it?
me see. Yeah, man.
So you're a basketball man, and I know you're a basketball man.
Right.
Your favorite basketball player right now is
Kevin Durant.
Yeah. Do you think Kevin Durant rather Olympic medal or winning and calling himself the world champion when he wins the NBA?
Different. Okay. You gotta
Not
go
a
on,
fair
Tom.
comparison.
Hold on, make him answer.
I think that's a different parallel.
Yeah,
No.
it is.
Go ahead, Ryan. Go ahead. I'm gonna answer. Well, go ahead, Ryan. Go ahead.
No, man, I'm just saying. I think it's a different.
Okay, listen.
parallel.
Okay. Remember what we're talking about: endorsement and money.
Right.
Where Kevin get the most money from?
NBA.
Yeah, but the prestige though. Yeah, the money. But you're saying the Olympics brings more prestige because more people watch it. More people.
All right, Adrian. Let me use something.
It is.
Let me use
It bring more
something else here.
prestige.
Neymar has an Olympic gold medal and him have Champions League. Which one do you think him prefer?
The Olympic, the champion.
All of the athletes,
Exactly.
Adrian, all of the athletes will say, yo, it's a pleasure to represent them country to bring them a gold medal. That's why Kevin didn't want to go so bad. Because he wanted to lead the country.
Danny, on behalf of Sports Frenzy, I apologize for such a poor question. That is not the caliber. That's not the caliber of Sports Frenzy. That question was absolutely
good.
Let's get to this question though. I'd say CC Sports Lab asking how will it affect Elaine at the Worlds without having her personal coach there with her? Anyone can take it.
That's for me.
Yeah, man.
Sorry, go ahead and answer.
Let's go.
Well, as his personal coach right now is his coach.
No, I guess
That's
so.
Personal coach. That's her personal coach right now. They want to coach her.
No, so I guess what he's alluded to is that there have
can't
been
for whatever reasons he
there have
can't
been
be there.
reports. There have been reports that the husband can't come to Oregon where the World Championships is being held. So that he won't be there to so you have to talk over the phone and all them things. So you say, how is that going to affect her, personally when, probably no more than ever, she need that person in her ear, talking to her, reassuring her, give her a little bit of massage, a little kiss on the cheek, all them little things. So they're asking, how is that going to affect her, in trying to, because remember, she has some demons in her closet where the World Championships is concerned. She never yet win a medal for the 100 meters, and she only have a silver in the 200 in 2015. So she has underachieved in the grand scheme of things at the World Championships.
Well, yo, listen, a good question, them though. But it's all come down to the mindset of the athlete. I don't know Elaine mindset. I don't know how strong she is. I don't know how she approach. Me personally, it wouldn't affect me. But I see other people that it affect. So,
like a Brianna Williams, right? Call the name. No, calling it Brianna Williams because Otto is not there with her.
Yo, big man, I don't know if it affect Brianna. I just feel like for me at the big championship, for she to be that young, Otto's supposed to be there. That's how I feel.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, but I don't know if it affect her. But
but Danny, it goes back to your point, where you say you don't know the kind of conversations that they, because remember, I don't think he's quote unquote, they're saying that he's like his job is at NBC. That is his job, right? So remember while the Jamaican trials were going on, so was the US trials, and he was calling the US trials. So he would have to quote unquote call out of work in order to be there with Brianna. Can't do that.
I call out of work to be with my kids at the school functions. Why can't he?
Well, listen.
It must not be that special. I don't know.
Listen, you guys ask me some question where I don't know the relationship. I don't know if Brianna look at him or the family. They might look at him like, hey, he was there a long time for them, and they might maybe like a father figure or whatever, and they might comfortable with that. But in track and field world, we kind of understand whether that young. I almost 100% sure that she'd rather have our coach right there. And with our coach right there, I think that's the best would be the best move for her to compete the best way. So that's where I stand with that, and I feel like the coach should be there.
All right, so
all right.
I make a run, man. Danny,
Yeah, man.
It was a pleasure, boss.
Yes,
Thank
man.
you for coming on, boss. You're welcome anytime. But I'm gonna do my homework now, so have a good night, guys.
All right, cool.
All right, Mr. Claffy. But Danny, my question to you now, because it's like the guys I'm have you on in here now. Adrian, Ryan, and Kims, and I don't want to ask you about this event, but I'm going right back to the 400-meter hurdles. So
Right.
you have one Carson Warren, 45.94. You have also Rai Benjamin, 46.17. You have the new kid on the block. Well, he's not really new, but Dos Santos from Brazil, 46.80 earlier on today.
He just won 46.8 today, right?
Yeah.
So what I want to get is that at any point in time, did you ever foresee this 400-meter hurdles reaching these ridiculous times?
Not 45, not 46 lower. I was thinking of, because since what's his name run the world record was in 46, I would see people, and there's a lot of people who are running like 47.0 and 47.1. I just feel like there was possibility somebody might would have break it and come around 46. But when you're talking about 45 and 46 lower, no. But this tell you a lot about technology, new science. And this don't just come around like that. It's have to do with the clothes, what am I eat, the breakdown of the steps, how they go about, the weightlifting program. It's got a lot of things. You understand? To make it better. When I look at the guy that run the 45, he's not, I was telling somebody, he's not the fastest guy. Right. But me if you look at him, you see this guy shuffle. And when he get to the hurdles, he's get to the hurdle perfect. He just running and going over the hurdles. He's not. Right, Benjamin, the reason why Rye never beat him, Rye's faster, but Rye always has to shuffle down a little bit. Rye approach some of the hurdles like he's not sure. This guy running like, yo, me know what I do. Me know what I come up. Me ain't think about it. I'm just a run. So that's the approach you got to have if you got to be a great 400-meter hurdle. And if I'm coaching somebody, that's the approach I'm going to get to. I would like to get to. Everything got to be done to a science. Everything got to be almost like perfect between every hurdles. Where on the track you run, when you switch, or you attack it, or you lift your legs, or you do this, do you open up here? It's just a lot of things, you know. So
follow up on that. So I noticed a couple of minutes war home, and I caught a glimpse of his warming up. And I know I see him wear a vest. I think it's a weight vest. I'm not 100% sure, but I've checked, and I think it's a weight vest. Do you know anything behind why he would warm up with a weight vest on? Some people say it's an ice vest. I don't know if it's an ice vest or not, but I don't know. Maybe him knows something that we don't know, and that's why he's wearing his hat.
Well, and listen, that's why we say everything is done to a science. Who know if it's weights in it? Maybe it's something to keep the body a certain level, you know.
Temperature, maybe a certain temperature, maybe.
Yeah, it's this thing is done to a science, because once you start to run a certain time, they say money is not in track and field, but when you start to run a certain time, money start to turn over. You at a certain level, money start to turn over.
Yeah,
you understand? So that's something that Adrian, we got to look into and try to figure that out. And that's something that, since I'm 100% in it back again, try to see what I can do with my son. I'm going to start tap back into a lot of those things and try to figure out where I really go on.
Yeah. I've never seen anyone do that before. Like, I've never seen an athlete at any track meet that I've been at wear a vest during their warm-up. So I'm saying there must be something to it.
They got to be
That's
something.
not a coincidence.
Yeah.
Because Ryan, if you look at it here, remember, if you can just switch cross over to football quickly. Remember the other day when Liverpool was training for the Champions League final, they wore those thing around their head to
Yeah,
actually.
yeah.
So as you
Yeah.
said, man, the level
Is
of
it- is it-
technology that is there right now is next level.
Is a lot of thing going on, and that's why when I'm telling my son today we do a full body workout because we're fully starting practice Monday, but today we did a full body in the gym and it wasn't even heavy or nothing like that, and halfway through he said his leg is shaking. And I'm like, because this is gonna be the real deal. Eventually you're gonna see where we're going with this because it's just a different level and you have to have this down pat. You understand? You can't even think about running 47.5 no more. You got to think about running 47 low 46.
Right? It's
You know?
crazy.
Yeah, that's how we don't know.
Our Jamaican men are at 48.5. It's like this, like even when you were competing, they're not beating you. So I don't know if we're
Yeah, I was just
regressing or
about to
what
point
yet.
out that, because 2004, 48 second flat.
Right.
When last we have a man in Jamaica running those times?
Look, a lot of time I try before to kind of teach some people some stuff, but that's why I'm trying to bring back that glory to Jamaica in that 400 hurdles, and I think I have the person to do it. Still got to make sure his mind is right, you know. But I know he's talented. He's big and quick. I can tell you that. He's a big, fast boy. He's a bigger, stronger version of me. It's just for me to tap into the mind. Like literally, this kid can run.
Okay.
Trust me, when we say the mind. And he's strong. So I don't know.
And that's the person he says is going to bring the glory back to the hurdles to Jamaica.
Well, you know what? I would have loved to. But as I say, it's only can do so much, and we see where mine is at, you know. But it's just something more, and he might enjoy it now. And him little brother is right there with him enjoying it. And the little brother more sprint
as well.
No, him little brother like turn over like fast.
Yeah,
little dude quick.
The same events they're doing. Same hurdles.
Well, this is my plan. The little one say want to run 200, and in Adrian, you gotta see him. And we're gonna up here. Because this year I'm gonna turn it up a little bit. The man can run. The dude can run.
Oh, speaking of which, there was a question I asked last night. Adrian took it on. It was regarding why we don't see more people doubling in the 100 sprint and the hurdles, 110 hurdles. And when I looked through the records today, the last person who I saw double and did it successfully was Gail Davis at the 93 World Champs. I think she got a goal in the 100 and a goal in the 100 hurdles. So why is it that we don't see more people doing that?
Because it's proven over time that when you hurt that sprint, you get hurt.
Injury. Yeah. Okay.
And the sprint, is it because their hurt is more rhythm event?
I don't know, maybe like that, but I know like most people that run the sprint hurdle, and when they have a sprint, a lot of time they will get hurt. They might don't get hurt but over the time if they continue to do it, they get hurt.
Okay.
I don't know why.
All right, so you mentioned about your son, right? So quickly, a guy just popped into my head. You have this Russian dude from Camperdown. I have a lot of time for him because he's big, he's powerful, and he's strong.
Yeah.
So you look at him. Have you seen him? That's the first question I've asked you.
What event?
4 hurdles.
The 4 hurdles.
Camperdown. No, I think I see.
He won a champs and he won at trials the other day as well.
Oh, I thought it was some JC guy. The JC guy. It wasn't the JC guy won at champs.
No, man. It was the same Russian
Campadon.
club. Campadon.
Okay. No, I don't see him. I'm gonna look him up. I'm gonna make Adrian can send me a clip of him, man.
Yeah, man,
but,
definitely.
But what I want about him?
All right, so what did he run again? 49-3 the other day, I think. Was it 49-3?
49-3.
I think he's the second best junior ever behind Jahil. Hyde.
Well, that's in Jamaica.
In Jamaica, yeah.
Yeah, because a dude from, I think it was either Kenya or Nigeria, ran 48-4 the other day.
Right.
18 years old.
So no, but the reason why Lavan is asking, like, the kid is built for this, because you mentioned
Right.
size and everything.
Right.
Like he's a really built kid. Like him could have been a wide receiver.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
All right.
A sizable kid. Campadon.
So what's the plan with him, though?
He's training with he's in the same camp as Jai Lied.
Okay. So what's the question for me, though?
No, well, I guess since you haven't seen him,
I haven't seen him, I can't follow up with the question.
Yeah, since you haven't seen him, okay.
Right.
But
because
this is
I
one I think
know the coach for Jail Hyde is Colin Foldog back in the day. What's his real name?
As him again, man. Is it Hakim Stewart again?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
Coach.
Yeah, he's a good coach. You know, for me personally, I just feel like for me, once I get my hands on the good person, I just want to see. But I never really understand.
Hakim Stewart.
You know.
Stewart, yeah.
Yeah. But he's a good guy. I know him, man. Cool youth. Yeah, when I say you, cool brethren. Yeah, I know him. You know. So let's see what happens. But if you got a big, strong person, you got to make sure that him understand the step, understand the approach. And some hurdler approach the urge a different way, which contribute to them, as I say, don't finish up good. You know, so you got to understand how to teach them that and train them that way.
All right, let me do this quickly.
There he is. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Is that
Yeah. A lot of range.
lot of range? Yep. So he's finished with school.
This year, yes.
So he's staying back in Jamaica and go. He's going pro.
Apparently, that's what I have heard.
You know me, I don't really agree with that.
Why?
Okay, this is me.
You rather college?
I like a young man to go to college because me personally just think that when track and field stop, track and field is an ungrateful thing.
True.
We don't know. Does his parents got money? He's rich.
I'm not sure.
Yeah, I ask these people, would you take your kid? If somebody not gonna do that, if they have their one kid and the kid get an opportunity to go to foreign on a scholarship or going to something on a scholarship, and they say no, we're not sending him, we're gonna keep him here and train him. If they do that with their kid, then I kind of see where their mindset is. But if they're not gonna do that with their kid, I don't think they should do that with nobody kid. This is what I believe. You always can go back to Jamaica. I believe in this. It's just like basketball back in the days. We play inside out. Now they play outside in. But they get the job done. The important is you're trying to win. I think that for these kids to win, you can always go to college, get your education, then work yourself back. To train with whichever coach you want to train it in Jamaica. Because once you mess that up by going pro and say do 1 year, 2 years, and you don't do good or you start to go down the hill, they're just going to move on to the next one. That's my concern.
All right. So I think there's a time and place for it personally. So take for instance, if if your kid right now, right,
Yeah.
was getting one of the top-notch contracts. So let me preface
We
it
know
by
you're not getting no top-notch contract, but go ahead, talk.
all right, okay. So at the end of college, we're thinking about getting a degree that's gonna set you up in a professional career where you can expand and grow and earn and live life to the best that you can. So at the end of college, basically it's money, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's the ultimate goal. You get a piece of paper that says, hey, he's qualified to do this, and doing that gets you money. So money is the end result of college. Why is it that you're against getting the money now, right? Because college is always going to be there. The University of Oklahoma that we went to has been there from 1860, and it now moved, right?
Mm-hmm.
It won't move anytime soon. There's always
look how me go crush your conversation, but go ahead.
Oh yeah. I'll be happy to hear your insight. We're all here to learn. I am here to learn. So why would it be bad for, let's say, my kid to take, even if he only does 2 years and he's under, let's say, just throw numbers out there, $100,000 contract. A Jamaican kid coming up, $100,000. We're looking at what? Almost $15 million right now with the dollar 1 to 150. 15 million Jamaican dollars. A kid who has been in poverty, his parents has never seen that kind of money, right? Why would it be a negative thing for him to accept that? And says, even if he only do 1 good year, right? You just throw $15 million Jamaican dollars at him, right? After college, I'm not sure how many professions will pay you that much for you to make 100,000. Probably in 2 years. Because you have to develop yourself, you have to develop your resume and grow within whatever field you're in, right? To make that kind of money. But you can make it now using your talent. Why is it such a negative thing? Why is it such a bad thing? Like I said, the end result of college is always the money. So why not take the money now and then have college as the option also after?
Okay, remember. Okay. So remember what we said about the situation with the Frano and all of them things that I was saying about you can take this now, but if you look at the long term, you make this over a period of time, right?
Right.
No, okay. We know that kid not getting 100,000 per year, right?
Well, I've known of kids who have gotten that kind of money out of high school.
Get $100,000 per year.
Right. Within that range, yes.
100,000 US dollar.
Yes.
So that means they get like a 3-year contract.
Somewhere about there, yes.
So they get like $300,000
basically
on a contract.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Young and that kid is a sprinter, right?
Yes, sprinter.
Because sprinter is a premier event. But okay, let's put that out there and say I'm gonna go with your big figure, 100,000 per year, right?
Mm-hmm.
You're in Jamaica, so you gotta still pay your rent and eat food and agent and all of that. So once that deal done, you can look about almost 30% of that might go.
Right.
Right. So we're looking like about 230 left back or something like that, right?
210.
So I'm just because so you throw stuff out there. So if you don't run good, or if you next year you can't go on the circuit because all the circuit running, you got to run time.
Yes. Oh yeah.
If you don't have time, you better have something behind the name. You know, yeah, you don't. So say you don't get you can't go to the circuit next year. A lot of that money got already going down the drain, right?
Down the drain, how? Because I can still take some of that money, maybe put in an invest. I mean, we're living at different times right now, Daddy. Like some things, some things that you can use to make money now.
Let's work with the investment. You put it in investment. How much money you're gonna? You put it in investment. Come on, man. You put that in investment. How much money you gonna get off of that investment to take care of your monthly and pay the coaches then?
Hold on. What I also said behind that is that there are things that you can do now to earn a living that you couldn't have done even in the year 2000.
Okay,
more
like
or
what?
less changed.
Like what?
Like social media, like just social media, have a following, have advertising clicks. You're making it.
Okay. Adrian. You throwing out a lot of wild card out there.
No,
Let's
it's
talk.
not what
Let's
it's
just be.
possibilities though. It's
It's
the
a possible.
possibilities.
But Danny, it shouldn't be a one size fits all, though, because what if the athlete is supremely gifted?
I'm
Why
not
delay?
even finished.
Why delay?
I want to tell you where I'm coming from. Adrian,
Mhm.
I don't want to put. I'm up here in America,
Mhm.
and you have an idea what on my job I do, and I tell people this: I make 6 figures, and I can show people that.
Okay, that's fine.
I make 6 figures,
I
and I
mean,
get the answers of the year.
that kid does like nothing stop that kid from doing that.
But no, hold up. But listen.
Mhm.
But listen. If I never come to the University of Oklahoma, I would never set up myself like that. So what I'm saying to you, I know about money. Money come and money go quick. So let's look at the kids them that stay back in Jamaica. And I know this for a fact. A lot of the kids them that never take scholarship, that you don't see on the circuit are doing that. Look how much of them can tell you that they're living really good.
Well, I mean, but that comes
These
with,
are facts, though.
different variables, though. It's not that they couldn't have done it. It's just that they were misguided into not doing it, right? There are avenues out there. Like, I'm going to use a name, like Warren Weir. Warren Weir is doing very good for himself off one Olympic silver medal, right? A lot of people might have said, oh, Warren Weir needed to have gone to college. Like, let's use your example. Warren Weir could have gone to college. Yeah, he could have gone to college. He could have played out for him. But still, he's not doing bad, staying back and having little success in track and field. So it can work even with an athlete that wasn't a big name athlete.
Well, okay. If you want to throw Warren Weir up there, Warren Weir is back and forth from the America system, and even though I'm in Jamaica. But Warren Weir did in a type of camp that when Usain was there, he was rocking with one of the best. At that time, races is the artists. You got to pay them people there. Come on now, man.
Okay.
You looking at
an opportunity though.
Listen. Company look at who's coaching you. Company look at what the crew you're in. I can tell you this for a fact. A company, a man paying you money, he might say, hey, I need you to go with that coach if you want me to give you this. You don't think that's true?
Yeah, no, I know that's for a fact. Yeah.
Okay. You might say, no, I'm not going with that person. Okay, well, we're going to give you this amount then. And show me that you can do this. Warren Weir going to get his money, dude. Warren Weir was with Boat then. Warren Weir was running with Boat and you and Blake and all of them. What do you think?
So you're saying the reason why he made it or he's okay now is because of the circle he was in? And
he was running the 200, which I would say that because of the circle.
But he's independently doing it on his own, which is with his media companies and stuff. So
because him heard it too. Him heard it, but sometimes these people don't pay on what you really value though. A lot of these people don't pay you based on what your body is big, man. They will pay somebody else more because of the company them are running. But let me say this. So this is why I honestly like the school system. Yeah. I like the school system because I think that when you get an opportunity to go to a first world country to get certain education, I like that because you can always come back. Now you can stay in Jamaica if you choose to. Don't get me wrong. But we are talking real life now. If you get an opportunity to get that type of education and get your school paid for, and also work on your green card and stuff like that and become a citizen so you can move easily back and forth in this world, I think that's something that is priceless to me at this point based on how the world running. No, you don't have to stay. I'm never going to say somebody stay in America, but I say if you get that opportunity, do it to go back and forth. No, you can always come to school and you don't like it. You can say, yo, me I go back to Jamaica. But you don't want to be stuck in something in Jamaica give up certain things because once you pass up a scholarship and go pro, you know what that become after that.
Yeah.
It's like you kill that chance. So I'm just trying to keep it open that you can always go back and like you don't skip a beat.
So on that point, I will agree with you 100%. Like you want,
let me put it here this way.
Right,
Let me put it here this way
Right,
now.
right.
Let us say your son, one of them, maybe the hurdler or the 200-meter runner, is supremely gifted, precocious, all of that, and he can go pro without going college. Would you still suggest to him to go to college?
Well, let me answer that. I personally, my son, them have to go to college. There's nothing about it. No, listen.
Regardless of how precocious them telling me.
They matter how fast them run.
Okay.
But this is it. Well, we can look at it.
So you think Usain Bolt should have gone to college?
Well, if you did ask me back then, I would have tell you yes.
Okay.
But guess what? He's one in a what?
Million, yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, no, I get that.
That's
Which
what I'm saying.
It's not a one size. It's not a one size fit all.
Hey, if I'm 80% right, I'm still right.
You know, man.
That's a majority rule, eh?
There you go.
Man,
So that's what, so if we come on to my kid, son, I'm gonna tell him go to college. But this is what we can do though. Like some of these contracts they can help you with the college stuff, you know, so you get both ways. That's what I would push for. Because my deal is if you get hurt, because a lot of these contracts got clause in them. Like, hey, if you don't make the national team here, you get cut like this. I don't know if they're still doing that, but it used to be in my days. If you don't run this time, you get cut. When you run this time, and also if you run certain time, your contract increase.
Yeah, I have a personal opinion. They're still doing that. The
college system have been gone back to as well.
Right. So that 300,000 that Cajun talk about, it might get 300,000 signing contract, but by the time he finish run, I mean 100,000 of that don't even pay to him. You feel me? Because I'm gonna chop it up every time you don't make a team. I'm like, oh, you contract get reduced by this amount. You see what I say?
But
there's a
conditional money that say you don't go into something with doubt in your mind, So the athlete that see the figures is not going into it with doubt in your mind, so I'm not gonna make it. So wouldn't you give him credit for that, having no doubt, confidently going at it?
Okay.
Sorry for cut you, Ryan. My apologies.
No, I was saying I'm the contract conditional.
Yeah. Adrian. No, we're not gonna be a fool when we say no doubt, no defeat. If you want to be a fool, I say you're gonna set up yourself that you don't get defeat. Can you stop yourself from getting hurt? Can you stop yourself from getting hurt? When the concept of no doubt, no defeat is like when I step on this line, I have no doubt in my mind I'm gonna do this. No, if the father got up, that's something changed because we don't control that. But it's just the mindset. No, I don't think this kid taking this contract and saying, I'm not gonna do good. But we know. So even what I said, the no doubt, no defeat concept is to get you mentally ready to compete.
Right.
Mentally ready to do the workout, to have your mind focused on the prize.
Here's another point.
He might say no doubt, no defeat, but the coach can't get him there.
True. But here's another point. Athletes do lose scholarships, though. We know that, right?
We know this thing, right?
Right.
Okay.
So,
Let me tell you
college is not 100% even guaranteed.
Don't fool the people then.
No.
The athlete that come up on full scholarship is protected a certain way.
No, in Oklahoma we are, but not everywhere in the United States of America.
Okay, but you were protected in Oklahoma. Come on, man.
Yes, I was protected.
Okay,
so
well, tell the people that.
No, okay, all right. In Oklahoma, we're protected. You're not going to lose your scholarship, all of your money guaranteed. But I know that it is not everywhere. So,
Okay, that's why you pick and choose the school, because a lot of big schools don't do that, because they're not allowed to just take you on a scholarship and then if you don't do good, because then people can always bring you up here and of course I don't like him no more. I'm gonna cut the scholarship and give it to somebody else. They don't allow that.
So all right, we'll agree on that part. We were
So we're not gonna
protected,
fool the people
but
that
there's
scare
still
them like they're gonna
possibility.
lose some scholarship. Eh?
No. But the possibility exists depending on where you go. Right?
Where?
I don't want to throw any schools out there.
Well, if you're not, yeah, man, we gotta put them out there. If they might do the kids them wrong, we gotta put them out there, man.
No, I mean, I will whisper in them ears if I see them trying to gravitate to a particular school, but the possibility exists that they can lose their scholarships and coaches tell them, hey, go somewhere else and you won't get your degree.
But why would they lose their scholarship? They're not going to practice. They want to bullshit around. They don't want to. Oh, sorry, my curse. I don't want to act like they don't want to go practice. They want to give the coach a lot of argument. Those are things we make you in some type of trouble. But
no, not only that. I'll give you a perfect example. I have a friend went to a school in Missouri, right? That's where St. Louis is, right? Missouri.
Yeah.
And he stopped performing at the level where the coach wanted him to be.
D2?
Right. So you have a good idea where I'm talking about right now. So he stopped performing at the level where was that? You know what happened to his money?
He got cut?
Taken away. No, they didn't kick him out of the school because he was academically still eligible, but he had to find a way to pay for school now by himself. And they were able to get away with that.
No, because maybe did he try to go above his head and try to challenge what he's doing?
I don't know exactly, but I can't ask him. But what I do know is they did take away his money. Scholarship somewhere, some place is not 100% guaranteed. That is a fact. You see, we have it good enough because we come out Oklahoma, so we were protected, but we can't turn a blind eye to the fact.
But if you go to D2 school, if you go to I don't know. Listen to me. Maybe some people that do things because they might think you don't understand the system. Maybe do stuff that you're not supposed to do. Maybe that person go over the head and challenge them about this. And as I said, there's a lot of things. We don't know what happened.
All right. So a person in the comment section said, my friend at a Division 1 school lost her scholarship for joining a sorority. Now, I don't know. I don't know.
Hey, anyone else ever join sorority? Well, I don't even know nothing about them things.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. We never done stuff like that.
One of my teammates was in a fraternity, but like nobody now gonna take a scholarship. But that's a weird occurrence. But it does happen in cases, Danny. Come on, man. We got to be open with them. It does happen in some cases. That coaches are going to be vindictive and take your scholarship.
Adrian, I see people who could have get the scholarship taken away and they never get taken. That's why I tell you, I owe you. They never get taken. So I cannot talk for nobody that I see get the scholarship taken away. But I see people in situation where not performing or not living up to standard and they still never lose their scholarship.
Right.
So when people
I see it and I know of it.
But,
so that's why I'm saying that's
know everything. Right. I'm not saying it never happened, but what's everything behind it? What went down? You understand me? I know we're protected. They can't give you a year-by-year scholarship when you're coming into the school unless you flunk out. No, if you flunk out of school, don't do your schoolwork. There's nothing they can do because they can't keep you in school. If you're doing your school, this is what I know for a fact. If you're doing your schoolwork and doing good, your scholarship good.
So my friend in St. Louis was doing his schoolwork, and guess what? Them still taking money. They might find a way and pay for school.
I don't know. A puppy school?
So why y'all bring up? I already tell you Missouri. Why would you bring up?
Because that's the only school Division 2 from Missouri. Papi and Papa recruit a lot of Jamaican.
That is exactly where I'm talking.
Well, as I said, I don't know what happened, but I don't know. I just never said.
Anyway, Jen Smith, make a run. Danny, it was a pleasure.
Respect,
right? That said, me a man like yourself.
Yeah? Where
man, back in that. Rockabessa.
Something
I know. I used to see her around the place a lot. When I was in
Yeah?
Rockabessa,
Which
you
part
weren't
of
far away
Rockabessa?
from me.
Which part of Rockabessa?
Colorian side you come from, no sir?
When we come from Ariel side.
Yeah, that side. Yeah, same place basically. Yeah.
Ariel?
I was more in the town side of Rockabessa there, so race course. Them were there.
Oh, you come from Race Course. Oh, you come from that side. Well, okay. So what me I go towards Orchard, I got to pass through your area. Okay. Okay, cool.
I mean,
Yeah,
just stay around the place a couple times, man.
all
Back in
right.
the
Respect that. Send me where you come from.
yeah, man. Bless.
Cool. Yeah, all right.
But separate apart from that argument, Danny, one thing I want to ask you, based on what you achieved throughout your career, was there one particular thing that you probably hope you did that you never got to?
If there's one particular thing I never get to do what?
All right, so based on all that you have achieved, is there one particular thing that stood out that you might have wanted to get in your cap that you never got?
Run 47. Break the Jamaican record because I know I could do it. Just never. I give thanks to every day to the Most High, but I look back at some race and I was like, okay, all right, yeah. I could do something different, and that's why I say I got so much in my mind and so much things that can contribute to young kids to get them better. That I know the mistake and I realize what they need to do and how to do things in order to get better. So, I mean, 47 for me was right there. Even when I lose to Felix, I look back and I'm like, if it was, maybe I wouldn't even lose that race. I respect Felix, but
You think you could have won that race had the other things worked out differently? Certain things?
I was really strong coming home.
Okay.
So I feel I could have do a little bit more. And there was my hurdling wasn't that clean. And maybe I should say, if it's one thing I do is to try to clean up my hurdles a little better. But at the point, starting so late, a lot of time things, you have to go with whatever work. Because if I did spend more time in my career trying to clean up my hurdles so much, I think I would have missed that opportunity. Because I never had that big open to spend a lot of time to do this. My time in running fast was closing real quick. So I have to jump through there real quick and take my opportunity. Like my son now, I feel like I can take time and develop him a little bit more to make sure everything is more crispy, clean, understand the game more, and just not throwing him out there to. You understand?
Right.
Yeah.
You have more time with it. Yeah.
It seems like Tay watching keen, man. So Tay saying that hurdle 7 was the problem.
Hurdle 7.
Jump 8 and 9, if you cleared hurdle 7 better.
Yeah, hurdle 7 because that was my right leg. I couldn't hurdle that good, but my right leg was my worst leg. So hurdle 7, I start to do hurdle 7. There's a certain way I gotta approach it because if I approach it too close to the turn, I couldn't get my trail leg over it that good. So I got to slightly go out and dip back in to kind of attack it at a strip. You understand? So I could clear it better. And there were certain things I got to do with my stride pattern in order, so it's like a chess game trying to, figure stuff out. And I figured out the step pretty good, but still wasn't a clean hurdler. And I was shocked. I usually shuffle down at some point. But, yeah.
Adrian, anything else?
Yeah. I have to say this. So, you know that the reason why Jamaicans love you so much, I'm not sure it out there, whether you agree or not, is in 2004,
Right.
thought a disappointment that Jamaicans felt after the 100 meter with a sofa pole. Like you literally brought back pride to the whole country. Like even my mother, I hear her scream and say some things I never hear my mother say before. like everybody expected so much more on that at that Olympics from a surfer, and it never materialized. But when you won that silver medal, it's like you lift the entire country on your back, Bridget. You understand? I want to pick you up on that. That's why Jamaican people love you.
Yeah, at the time, and it was great. And as I say, you just have to give thanks unto the Most High. Me personally, I know a lot of time, I don't think nobody was expecting that. So I understand that. But I think once I give them that and they get opportunity to know me too, then the people start to see that I'm down to earth, I'm authentic, I'm cool, I'm straight up.
Right.
Because before that, the media used to talk crazy thing about me, bad things. But the people, I wasn't at the level to kind of defend myself. So it was easy to push me aside for somebody else. But at that time, you couldn't push me aside no more. Because the people want to see me, I want to hear me, I want them to start to hear me. Because I even go through the ghetto, big man. I go down at the ghetto, give the youth them stuff. We go through the ghetto. Remember one of my brethren come get there and say, yo, the big man want to see you. I said, what? Yo, we go through them shots. I'm the best. But I go say I Weston. We go through them shots. I'm buck the man them. And like I'm talking about the garrison.
Yeah.
But the man them was cool, and you gotta make sure the man them feel good. You run some cash and make the man them feel good, and that's just life, and just support the man them, and them was happy if it's know that a man like me come through the garrison, did it with them on attack and just a vibes. You feel me? I say. So
that's
a lot of things that
the entire country, man. I promise you.
Yeah, a lot of things I do that a lot of people don't understand. So people will support me a certain way is because that me do certain things. We go through certain year. I remember pull up our stoplight one time, and the man say, "Yo, Danny," me say, "Yo, why go on, big man?" He say, "Yo, give me something." I say, "Hey, man, what you deal?" I'm give him something. The man say, "Yo," him see a man come through. And when him shot the man roll up him window upon him.
Let me guess, is an artist?
No, man, he was an athlete.
Oh, okay. Come to me know you have all the artist friend, man, no.
No, that was is an athlete. The man said come through, and the man said they love the athlete, and the man said him shot the athlete, and when the man go, because it was there, the man roll up the window.
That's sad. That's bad.
I mean, I call the athlete name, but it was big at the time. And the man will say, yo, so it's a different vibes with me, different vibes, So, yeah, man.
Respect for coming on, brother.
Every time, big man, y'all keep me long, me hungry now, me try to get some food.
Respect, man. As a man will say to the back end of your career, I have to give you a big shout out, man, because me's the youngster in the room. So, yeah, man, I appreciate you for being here from. Just hope that it's not your first and your last time here. And as I always say, one of the greatest hurdler Jamaica will ever see. Yeah. I'm looking down the future, and I can say that without actually going in a low tone. I can say with my chest right up like this. One of the best Jamaica will ever see. So respect for the time, fam. Appreciate it, man. And hopefully within the next 2 years at least, Olympic trials will actually see your son competing.
Yeah, man, we're gonna try for this something. Trust me. I respect.
All right, so people, there you have it. Man himself, man. The man, the myth.
I get off of this. I don't even know if to get off of this stuff. Okay, leave group. I respect, big man.
Yeah, man. All right, so the man, the myth, the legend, Danny McFarlane himself. Big up to you, the commenters, man. It's a pleasure with you guys being here, man. Ensure that you like the video, ensure that you subscribe, ensure that you do all the good stuff, and keep on supporting us, man. Big up to Kim's was here, big up to Ryan was also here, and big up to the man himself who's doing the works behind the scenes, Adrian as well, and also the producer, Josh Colt, makes it possible. Until we see again, let me see tomorrow. I'm not sure about tomorrow yet, but just stay in tune, man. As long as you stay in tune, you'll see what's going on. Just hit the subscription button and you'll know what's up. So keep on supporting us, guys. Big up, Adrian. Peace out.
All right, folks.